that's something we need to think more of, our why in our personal lives. We place a lot of emphasis on our why in our business, our why in corporate, and. But what about our why in our personal lives? It has to be a constant reminder to ourselves. And when we constantly have that at the forefront of our mindset, a lot of things become a lot easier. And going through the cycles of life, the challenges and everything that it throws at us in the different environments we find ourselves becomes a lot more bearable. A lot more bearable. Good morning. Hope everyone's doing good. I'm on my way to work, and today's Thursday, and I'm just stopping to grab some fruits and a few things that I can snack on and eat at work. I know I haven't posted in a few weeks now, and life has been lifing and work just got super hectic. So I won't lie, that was not my priority, and I'm really working on the balancing aspect of it, especially now that I am back on the YouTube. I really want to have a good balance that allows me to be consistent with my posting. But like I said, life and work has been really hectic. But I always say that busy is good. So I'm really grateful that in these times I am busy. With that being said, the other day I was thinking about how I was having a conversation with a colleague. We were talking about, how hectic it's been lately at work and exhausting. We've been pulling long hours and late hours. But I'm the type of person who always likes to look at the silver lining, who's generally optimistic. And I even borderline call myself the Lulu, because I refuse to focus on what's going wrong and always try to find ways to have autonomy or a degree of control on how things turn out for me as much as possible. So that led me to thinking about how we place a lot of focus and a lot of emphasis on our why when it comes to business, when it comes to corporate, right? Those are the things that will push us and motivate us even when things get tough. Small business, for example, there's this narrative and this advice that is always given to small business owners about how it's important to know your why, because when you know your why, it can get you through the hard times, it can get you through the tough times, and it can really keep you going. And in corporate, the bottom line is their why. They will do whatever it takes. Executives will sacrifice themselves, they will push themselves, just to make sure that at the end of the quarter, at the end of the financial year, the bottom line is met, the targets are met, and the figures are showing what needs to be shown. in alignment with the overall objective and goal of the organization, right? But we don't do that enough in our own personal lives. I think we've gotten into this mundane, average routine. Wake up, go to work, come back home, eat, sleep, rinse and repeat, which whatever yours looks like. And in between all of that, we never, not, I don't want to say never, but we don't take the time to stop and think, what is my why in my life? Not in my job or anything, in my life. What is my why? And I think that is so important because, you know, it's when we have those conversations with ourselves, it encourages us beyond the usual things that we have to do, beyond survival mode. You know, of course, for those of us who have children, our why can be our children, you know, to give them a certain type of life, you know, and other people might have different reasons, but we shouldn't get so comfortable with just accepting things for what they are or how they are, especially if we're working towards something. It's a constant conversation that we have to have with ourselves. Why am I doing this? Why do I need to push myself? What do I need to do more to get me to my why, to align me to my why, to increase the chances of me achieving my why? And I think that's very important. And it's the same in corporate. Corporate is tough. I'm not going to sit here and say that corporate is a bed of roses, it's dandy, it's great. Corporate is tough, and there's no perfect corporate environment. Just the mere fact that corporate is made up of a whole bunch of human beings from different backgrounds, different cultures, different values, coming together to work together for the objectives of the organization or and the company, or purely simply just to survive, makes it complex. It makes it complicated, and it does not void it of its fair share of challenges and politics, right? But one thing that I like to do to get me through those moments, and I've been in this field for 11 years. I've seen things. I've personally gone through things. I've gone through the most in corporate, right? And one thing I've always done for myself that has helped me get through those moments is to always remember my why beyond just waking up and showing up for my 9 to 5. Always remember my why outside of my 9 to 5. And that really encourages me and motivates me to just keep going, you know, that because at the end of the day, it's a reminder that this is a means to a certain end. This is not the be all end all of my life. It's purely a means to a certain end. And when I remind myself of that, when I have those intimate and personal conversations with myself, it makes it a lot easier to show up for my job, to show up in the right mindset, and, you know, to keep doing what I need to do. So yeah, I think that's something we need to think more of, you know, our why in our personal lives. We place a lot of emphasis on our why in our business, our why in corporate, and. But what about our why in our personal lives? It has to be a constant reminder to ourselves. And when we constantly have that at the forefront of our mindset, a lot of things become a lot easier. And going through the cycles of life, the challenges and everything that it throws at us in the different environments we find ourselves becomes a lot more bearable. So yeah, that's something that I thought about the other day that I wanted to come here and share. Today is gonna be a really long day for me. I have to be at work. I'm at work for a few hours, then I have to step out for a appointment that I have, and then come back to work and push as much as I can. Yesterday I left, I think it was to 6 p.m. around there. The day before that I left around 6 p.m. So yeah, it's been a crazy week, even month, if I may say, and it's expected because it's financial year end. So there's a lot of pressure right now for things to be finalized and things to be done while we're still in this financial year. So yeah, that will be my day. I've learned now that I shouldn't make promises of saying speak to you later, let's see how the day goes, and I'll just take you along with me. That's what I can say.
Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you, and I need you, and I'm down for you always, baby. Do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you, and I need you, need you.
You should let me love you. Let me be the one to give you everything you want and need. Baby, good love and protection. Make me your selection. Show you the way love's supposed to be. Baby, you should let me love you, love you, love you.
Man like Frank, you know.